Hi folks, this is a quick video to show the corrected aerodynamics for the DC Designs F-14 Tomcat, specifically the spin characteristics. These have now been returned to the aircraft as they were during its original launch. The F-14, despite its reputation, probably largely because of the movie Top Gun, the F-14 was actually quite spin resistant. According to the NATOPS manual, it wasn't particularly it was resistant to spins. It didn't really want to spin. You kind of had to force it to do it or fly it poorly to get it into a spin, and it was quite well mannered according to the manual, and it would recover quite often spontaneously on its own with a lot of pitch and roll gyrations, but it would do so as long as you had the height. So there are two ways to get out of a spin if you do find yourself in one. The first is rudder opposite turn needles yaw and stick fully forward, quite a conventional way of doing it to get the airspeed up, and that's applied if you are just entering a spin and you want to stop it quickly. If you're already into a deep spin, then the situation is slightly different, and it's rudder opposite turn needles and stick fully back, and that's because the aircraft's falling straight down. The airflow to the rudders is blocked by the ailerons. So by pulling the stick back, you can get more airflow up to the rudders, gives you more rudder authority, and lets you get out of the spin. As I say, it doesn't always want to go into spin. I've done tail slides and all sorts of things. Sometimes it will just happily just drop its nose and come out. I have found one way of guaranteeing a spin, and that's a very aggressive unloaded roll. So you roll and then push the stick for negative G. And that's how I'm going to put the aircraft out of control now. We're at 36,000 feet, plenty of height, 290 knots, so I'm just going to ease up, get the roll in there, and then push. And that very aggressively unloads the aircraft. Let's see if it wants to start spinning or not. Starting to now, it's starting to level out a little bit. Still a lot of pitch, still a lot of roll, but it's starting to spin there. Quite aggressive. And there you go, it's actually recovered itself there. So recovery from unusual attitude, wings level, watching the speed come up. So just like the real aircraft, it can quite often spontaneously recover itself. I'm going to go back up. A bit steeper this time, 35, nose up, start rolling, push, get the aircraft out of control, high angle of attack, let's see what it does. Almost wants to recover, it's starting to spin now. I'm going to go stick forward now. There we go. Actually recovers almost immediately there. As long as the nose was down, the angle of attack comes off and the aircraft recovers and starts responding again. I'll do one more. Full burners, straight back up. And you notice there, rather like the Phantom, lost a lot of height. Just come up through 20,000 now. Full burners. Let's try it there. Roll the aircraft. Stick forward. Big angle of attack. Unloads. Almost recover. Yes, there's the recovery. You can normally tell the angle of attack drops to nothing, and you've got about 180 knots plus airspeed. So as you can see, it's reluctant to spin, but if you're too aggressive with it, if you really throw it around, then it will let go and will spin quite aggressively. I've done this from height before. Some of the spins I've got into, I've not been able to recover from. They've been extremely aggressive with quite high G forces, very rapid rates of yaw. That is very similar to the aircraft. I'm not 100% happy with it. It seems a bit too heavy in pitch. But I'll continue to refine that. But as I say, it's relatively straightforward to recover from as long as you haven't been in the spin for too long. The longer you leave it, the harder it becomes to get out of. That's everything for now. The Tomcat updates hopefully will start to roll out next week. I'm just doing some final coding and some test flying, and they should be ready. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.